family.
What's up? Hey, thanks for the follow. Just jumping on here. We're gonna test out some new stuff here. So the first thing we're gonna do here is the Circuit de Navarra. So that's gonna be a good one here. I've never tested a single lap on here. Let's see what kind of FPS we get around here too with these new tracks. They're always kind of well, let's see how it goes. But welcome in. Let's see how it goes here. Of course, we're in the Mustang to get things started. That's just little V8 sounds, right? Sounds good. Let's get going. Alright, hey, FPS is pretty good. Let's see, no idea where the track goes, but... Oh yeah, like that. Let's see. Alright, long turn here. Alright, so we're still alive, Ooh, 3D curves are no joke here. That's kind of cool. Oh man, this is gonna take a while to try to remember this one. I don't know if my Twitch chat is coming in. We'll have to check it here in a second.
52.523.
Oh, yep. There's a corner there. Yep, there too. Alright, I like the flow of the track. I just gotta get used to it, but whew. I like the Mustang out here too. I think I'm liking the Mustang more than I am the Corvette right now. I didn't think that was gonna be the case. Oop. Two other weeks there. Now this is gonna be the free track, so if you have iRacing, you can get this track here, which is sweet. This is a pretty nice track, just for free. And the more stuff they add, free to the service, more likely to retain a lot of people, which is good. I think iRacing is doing a lot of stuff right.
07. Green lap, keep it up.
Oh, yeah, see, still not used to these turns yet. We're starting to kind of remember now. gotta stop shifting so early in this thing. It doesn't sound right though. It sounds like you should be shifting much earlier than you actually need to. It's over RPMs. Go! We're gonna spin. Yep, keep it going, keep it round. Alright. I know, slow spins, right? Mustang's pretty fun around here, though. The goal is to try to get one semi-smooth lap in, but we'll see how that goes.
51.27.
Oh! But I mean, it's running really well, which is good because the last couple tracks they've released have been just some graphics cards killer. Portimao or Circuit Allgrave, that thing's brutal on graphics. I had to go through all my graphics settings and update it because of that track, and the Okayama refresh too. Alright, that wasn't bad. We're getting there, we're learning it slowly. But surely. Don't call me Shirley.
43.755. Go on, man. You picked it up a little bit. Looking good.
Alright, let's see. It had turns better than the C8, man. The C8 was a bummer. I wanted to love it, but it's got a terrible front end on it. And it's kind of has the worst features of all your mid-engine cars in the service. It's got a bad front end. If you remember, if you drove the Lamborghini a couple of updates ago, it just had no front end, right? You couldn't drive it really anywhere, no rotation. And now the Vent's kind of like that. The front end's not that good. It doesn't rotate. It doesn't do curbs very well either. It'll spin you around quite easily. So it's, and I'll bring it up here in a second too when we kind of get this one around. But isn't that fun? Now the Mustang so far has been a little easier to drive, but it doesn't drive, I want to say, like a lot of the other GT3s. It does take a little bit to get used to in the way that it handles, but that's just because there's not a lot of cars like it on this service. Even though the Mercedes is similar layout, it feels kind of different too. So the Mustang feels good though. I'm liking it the more tracks I use for it too. One thing that'll take you a little bit to get used to is the engine noise, right? Like, oh yeah, it sounds good, but the revs are pretty high for a V8. Like normally, I'd want to shift like here. But how much more you have, right? Like, shift here. No, there's still more. So she revs out really well. But has a ton of torque, which is nice. Oh, that's not gonna go well. That's not gonna go well. Yep. But a lot of times you can save a lot of the spins in the Mustang. I was just pushing it way too hard there. But yeah, I'll definitely like it. But I kind of took them both out today. compared them back to back, and my times are like 0.1, 0.2 within each other on most tracks that I take them to. When I, especially tracks I already know, nothing new, right? I can actually push them. But there's still like a good anywhere from 0.8 to a second and a half off what I can do in like the Porsche or the Ferrari. So they don't quite have the feel, and I know a lot of that's going to come down to me getting a little bit more used to, because the Vette has a very, I want to say, more unique way of driving it. In the sense, like the Vette, you really got to turn it in early. You got to get that nose pointed into the corner really hard. But the downside of that is that if you're not in the right gear, or you've got too much load in the rear, you'll get that death slide that shows up in iRacing. So it's something to get used to for sure. Like I said, we'll finish this lap, then we'll switch over to the Vette, and we'll see how it goes around here. Now that we've kind of got an idea of where this track goes. I mean, it's still not going fast around here, but at least we're not really going to be surprised by a lot of the corners. Alright, let's try to set one more lap here in the Mustang. See if we get an actual at-speed lap and see what that looks like. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Right, tell us the way I entered it. All right. Well, anyway, let's switch over to the Vette.
Slow down.
We'll come back to this. I mean, it does look good. And it sounds really good, too. And when I get my typical paint job on here, I think that's going to look nice on this one. But it's a good-looking car. But yeah, blew that corner. Anyway, though, let's switch it over to the Vette. Huh? All right. Out of the two styles, the Mustang I'm liking more right now. On the tracks that I've tested, I've done Daytona, Road America, and now we're working on Navarra. Oh, and Spa too. Times are very similar between the two. I find the Mustang was the one that I tend to get on with the most. The Vette feels like it wants to go faster, but it has a really bad front end on it. I just can't, pun intended, get to grips with the front end. So we'll see how it does around here, and maybe you'll kind of see that. But it's got, you know, push when you're coming into the corner. It's got push on acceleration. Car doesn't really want to rotate. And mind you, this is all on fixed setup, by the way. I do everything on fixed setup just so I can get a baseline, because of course you can probably tune a lot of these out, but you got to remember a lot of series that you run in here, you're going to be running on fixed. So it's kind of good to see where these cars are at and on their fixed setups, right? So let's see here. I need to adjust my view real quick. Just had to get my camera right. There we go. It sounds cool though. The engine's real quiet in this. I did a race earlier. Oh my god, the fucking Mustang, dude. You can't hear anything but that car when it's next to you. Tires there. Oop. Yeah, it's tough. I guess you'd have to say, what do you typically drive now, right? What is your driving style like? And that kind of points in the direction of what you want to drive. The Porsche? Yeah, so I spend a lot of time in it too. And honestly, the Mustang feels closest to that, especially on the rear end grip and accelerating out of the corners. The Mustang actually does pretty good on acceleration, but obviously the motors in the front is going to feel a bit different, right? It's weird because the vet just feels faster, but I think that's just your mind hearing the RPMs going, oh yeah, we're hauling ass, right? Oop. I'm gonna get that corner right one of these times, I swear. Nope, that's gonna be a spin. And that was because I downshifted where you shouldn't. What was the Ferrari we had before the 296? What was that, the 488 or something like that? When it came out, a little before the Porsche. But remember how that thing would rev high, but you would keep it low in the gear sometimes because it had the torque? I think that's the way this is kind of designed to drive too. Man, I really got to figure out a better line into that corner. So the Corvette feels okay around here so far. Curves a little more forgiving than some of the other tracks. Daytona's new curves, holy shit, dude. If you've raced Daytona before, yeah, be careful. The lines now are a little bit different, especially coming into out of that first corner. Those curves will catch you and just throw you insta-death. Oh, wow, okay. Yeehaw. Chasing the back end on this thing a lot. I've got to figure out braking markers. Well, when I actually want to learn the track, I'll start doing the active reset, but right now we're just kind of tooling around. I want to take the, speaking of Porsche, I want to see how the Cup car is done. It's supposedly done extensive work making it feel better. If you've ever driven it, feels like, you know, kind of floaty at times. Is that how we're gonna treat it? It's like a long-ass braking zone? Maybe. Oh, shit. Yeah, we still kind of made it. Dude, this track with used tires, you got to be on top of your game. And you're gonna be sliding. Oh, it's gonna be off track. good acceleration off that corner there. I'm starting to figure it out.
42.936. Damn, dude, that was the fastest lap we run in a while.
Yep, not gonna work there either. Hey, I think you do have to kind of treat that like it's a
Slow down a
long,
little bit, please.
off the throttle kind of braking here and there. It's a little bit difficult to turn one. So I think it's gonna be one of those deceptive corners where like, yeah, it goes so fast in here. It's like, I don't know. I bet like something in the Super Formulas though, you can haul it through there. One of those serious downforce cars probably be a lot of fun on this track actually. I mean, I'm sure the way this track looks is built to what's the FIA graded one, so in hopes of luring like MotoGP or F1 one day. So of course, like all the corners are built for either downforce or stop and go. Yeah. I mean, this looks really fun on a motorcycle too. Yeah, that corner's deceptively slow. And then after we test the Porsche, we'll do a little bit of the Sachsenring. That track, if I think this is difficult, I know that track just from watching a lot of GP. The amount of uphill and downhill and blind corners, it's going to be something else to learn that one.
48.866.
There's no way that's just not the right way, but you never know. Oh, there we go, caught it. Yeah, this one's, the back end on this thing, man, just, I don't know. Jury's still out on it. A little too deep there, but all right. All right. Oh, look at there! I didn't blow that corner for once. Man, I mean, you see her stepping out a lot. I just feel like the Mustang and such weren't getting that. But here it's going. I think it's maybe too much rotation on the gas. It's easy to catch, but you're just, you know, losing tons of time doing that.
43.539.
I feel a little better. We're starting to get there. Oof. Yeah, braking still kind of sucks in the vet too. Feels a little different. I think it's just gonna be a lot more seat time at the vet to get comfortable with it, honestly. I think the Mustang's more like, you can drive this now, but again, these are fixed setups, so there might be a setup out there that's just magic for this thing, but we'll see. Alright.
42.385. Shit, those are the lap times we need, man. Keep
So that
digging.
feels okay, right? Do a lap review, see how she looks, right? I mean, the car looks fantastic. Sounds good. Yeah, I can go much wider there. So there's going to be kind of just making that arc and then back out to really get that corner. Yeah, we're not using the whole track at all. Man, look at the bumps, though. I mean, it's a fun track, though, and I'm really glad they made this one free, which means we should get a good amount of races on something new instead of going back to Watkins Glen and Spa, Road America all the time. I mean, it is... There's a good reason why we have to go back to those tracks a lot. It's because that's what people have, right? Especially if it's free content or it's older content, most people have it. So you got to keep your participation numbers up. But they really offer a lot of tracks and they just don't bring them out very much. It'd be cool if they had like a series. I know it wouldn't get very much attention, or maybe, you know, get a league going or something like that where it's like tracks released, you know, you do them that as they've been released, so your newest tracks and then back. So I mean, there's a ton of tracks. I think in the last like 2 years we've gotten about a dozen of them, even though you're like, wait, have we really? I was like, yeah, we've got a lot of tracks, we just forget about them because sometimes they're just not, you know, hugely or popular. Like this track here, Navarro, I don't think it's very well known at all. I mean, where's somewhere, you know, like out in the countryside of Spain is where this track is at, and you've got how many tracks there in Spain, you know, of this quality too, which is insane, absolutely insane. But yeah, let's look at this little cup car action here. I haven't driven this thing in a while, so maybe a bit sloppy, but we'll see. But yeah, Navarro's, it's a cool track. And they've got shorter versions, so you'll have, I mean, you can see here, there's like, I think this is like the medium. And then if you run short, it's probably this one back here. Or maybe medium cuts into this and then this is short. I feel like this is probably just the short one. And you'll probably see a ton of like Miata races there, for example, which there may be for officials already. I don't know. I haven't even checked the officials for today. Slinger Summit. Here we go. So touring cars there. Maybe we'll go race that. I don't know, touring cars though. And that's not gonna be I guarantee that's not the full circuit, so there's, I mean, it's week 13 though, so if you want to go do a touring car and you suck at it, it's a good week to go do it, right? Don't take the penalty. Alright, so we haven't driven this guy in a while. Oops. Let's see where we at as far as seating. Let's bring her in about probably there. Now they say this is easier to drive now. Is it? I love driving this thing, but yeah, it's gonna be easier to drive. People that really start driving it a lot. No, that's cold tires. Bring it around. There we go. Man, there are some bumps up in this track, so my goodness. Braking is on these days. Ooh. Hold on. All right. Let's see where I'm at as far as brake pressure. Ooh. Man, we were a world way back. Let's give this a whirl here. All right, well, she's locking up heavily. Nice. Turn around. That's on an uphill too, man. Jeez. It was front or rear lockup. I figured it was front 'cause she couldn't turn. 18.3. I know. Wow, what is going on here? I don't know if these are. I know I haven't driven this in a while, but she shouldn't be that slippy. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. We didn't check what setup we had in here. Is this fixed? No, circuit. Oh, it's actually set to this. So let's. Where are we locking up here? Let's go back to this corner here. Yeah, it's just right front, isn't it? Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Man. Alright, well, let's give it another go here. Light him up, light him up. Interesting. Mess up my dash. Kind of look at some lines here before we speed it up. That'd be a good entry point. This one definitely staying wide. There you go. I'm gonna aim for about that. Okay. Get back out as wide as you can for this one, right? Yeah. Probably just second then. Keep RPMs low. Helps traction. Alright, yeah. That was about them, man. That was a lot of braking. All right. And here's the ARBs. You can do all these adjustments too. You can fix now, right? Oh, this is not fixed though. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. That's a Porsche thing. Yeah. doesn't take much to lock the fronts up, man. That's gonna be interesting. You should really get on these brakes. Jeez, dude, you just can't even hold it. All right, we'll have to take the Porsche back to a track that we know before we can really test out what it is. But hey, let's get over to the Sachsenring and see what that's all about. Let's get out of you. Let's go back to our Mustang, yeah, and then let's go over to Sachsenring. Oops, it's a C, I think. Yes. One configuration, okay. And clear. Here's something they need to fix. It always says moon now. Right, with the weather, it's noon. But for some reason, it's always stuck here. Forecast weather, still saying it's nighttime. A bit weird. Timeline editors, all that. Very strange that it has that, but I mean, it's whatever. It's a little bug they'll need to fix there. Something I've noticed. All right. Whew, this section, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, this is just a lot of things off throttle, and yeah, I don't know. Look at the amount of the way these corners connect. You screw up the first one, and you're gonna pay for it until maybe turn 7, 8, 9. Then down the waterfall for what is it? 11, I think. Yeah, 11, you go down the waterfall. Big balls, turn at 12 and back up. This whole track, I don't think there are any flat spots. We're going to find out how up and down it is, though. All right. All right, that's it. Right about there should be good. Oh boy, how's the frames? Frames look okay. Oh my goodness. Oof. Yep. I don't know where I'm going out here. And down the hill. Whee! Oh boy. Plunk. Damn, it should be off. It should be alright. New pay-for track from Germany. Das Sachsenring. I mean, this will be a difficult one. Holy crap, to learn. Oh my goodness. I think we got a diamond that, to be honest. This is gonna be better for smaller cars, like Miatas and all them. Yep, so trying to figure my way out around this. Nope. Still a trip up to the gravel, turning in way too early. Oh, come on. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Look at all those rocks coming off.
41.428.
Oh god. Oh jeez, I mean it's hard. I wasn't kidding. I said you just blind corners and elevation changes. Oh shit, there we go. Yep. This is gonna take quite some time to get down. I still remember where it goes. Alright, so this backside is just like kind of like that floor with turkey that has that. Connect all the corners together. Oh, look at that. I made it through that one finally. Not that one though. We're getting there, we're getting there.
28.973. Fastest lap you've run yet.
Once we get that section out, it should be pretty fun. God, every time. Just gotta really be patient there. Yeesh. 3D curves here.
27.854. Good lap, man. You keep after it.
think one of these times I just figured out, right? Alright, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
25.139.
It's starting to make more sense now, right? Downforce cars, you're gonna be able to like hold it full throttle for the whole section. Almost figured it out. Almost got it figured out.
.142.
Alright, felt pretty good there. Oh shit, that's the grass. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh, a little too close. Oh, okay, now we're pushing it. Yeah, but I gotta figure something. Won't be so much your GT track. This is definitely gonna be a downforce or small car kind of track. I think you'll see this on a lot of those. You know, Miata, GR86, F4s, F3s. That kind of stuff. All right, let's put the Corvette out there. Let's see what we got. I got what you want. How many of you are still in here? Checking stuff out, huh? If you are, welcome. This is what we call a little news stream, but oh my god, it's a bit of a hot day today. Where I'm living at, what's the outside temperature right now? Survey says it's 95. High of 97. 2 degrees to go. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 101. Ugh. I think this is Texas? No, it's California. Yeah, you know, foothills though. Gets hot there. I think we're gonna have a very hot, fiery summer. Not looking forward to that at all. We didn't get a whole lot of rain this year like we did the year before, so stuff's dried out a lot already. It's already hot. It's a recipe for disaster. We'll see though. Speaking of disasters, here I go, getting back into this thing. Let's open this up just a little bit more. Sit down a little further in the car. All right, right about there. You should like it. What's up, Phoenix? I don't know why I said it like that. It's a 13-year-old. What's up, Phoenix? It's all good, man. We're just here testing these new cars, seeing what's good, what's fun. I kind of am. I guess that's the best answer. I'm not in love with either one of them. Although I think I like the Mustang considerably more than the Vet at this point, from running all these different tracks. The Vet just, and anyone who's here has heard me complain or talk about it a couple times now. The front end on this thing is just not great. It gets death slides. Doesn't get a ton of traction on the rear either. It's just kind of a mess right now. And I know a lot of it has to do with how it's driven. It definitely doesn't drive like the Ferrari or anything currently on the service. So, but it sounds good, and it, you know, feels like it goes fast. I think, you know, some non-fixed setups might actually cure a lot of the issues with it. But it's gonna be a very track-dependent car, that's for sure. I think the Mustang is better overall average than the car tracks. Yeah. trail braking is going to be key in the event to keep weight on the front tires, keep the grip. So I'm not very good at, so it makes sense why I struggle with it so far. Oh god, not that close. This track is a sumbitch though, Brandon, let me tell you. I'm trying to learn this thing a little bit. I mean, obviously we're not, focused on setting a fast lap. I'm just trying to make it around. That's the whole goal today. And if we have any races coming up here, then we'll, do our sectors and practice. I think after this, I'm gonna troll around on Sebring a little bit, and then maybe we'll find a race to get into with the Mustang or something and see how she does in the pack. She did like that corner though. All right. This section back here is a lot of fun. Oh, too much fun, too much fun.
Easy, easy.
Yeah. You got it. Get out of here. We need that black flag. Yeah, a little bit more braking going into that guy. .61. Oh, there we go. All right, come on. So to me, that was a little bit of me, but it's hard to catch this thing, man. You can catch the Mustang pretty good, but this thing, oof, death waits you at every corner. Phoenix, do you remember when the Lambo was bad a few updates ago? And you just couldn't get that son of a bitch to turn? It's like that. Saved it. Oh, what am I broke? I don't really slow down that much for that one. It was this one I had to take a little edge off. This corner's fun though. Down the hill. Ooh, that's still me. I can put a little more steering into it there. So something I kind of found out when I was driving this car at Road America, and especially Spa, it likes to have the nose in a lot earlier than the other cars. But the problem with that is it doesn't like to rotate. So it's like catch-22, man. Like typically, if you want to have the nose in harder, it'll catch up with the rest of it. This thing just slides up underneath you. That's like, what do you want, dude? I gotta figure it out. There's gonna be some time spent here. Oh god, that's the one right there though. I can't fucking stand. It's the curbs in this thing. The Mustang, I was rolling those curbs no problem. You get on the curbs in the Vet, and it's that. I don't know what the setup for fix on this thing is. It's not good though. But this thing does not like curves. I was telling some of the folks earlier, it's like you get the worst parts of all the current lineup mid-engine cars, where the death slide of the Audi, you get the curb handling of the Lambo, and the front end of the Ferrari. I mean, just, come on. That corner, I gotta figure some stuff out. Let's see if we can make it out without crashing. All right. Now that actually felt somewhat decent.
23.041. Well, that was a great lap.
There you go. All right, sometimes it'll go. You just gotta figure out how to dry this freaking thing, man. Can we hold full throttle through here? Oh, we can. Oh, just a little bit off track. I got a little chicken shit on one of the corners. I think we can hold all the way through there. All right, so she seems to be flying now. Maybe if you don't drive like a little bitch, the car works for it. I don't know. Oh, that's not gonna work. I already knew. When I caught the slip angle on that, that wasn't gonna work at all. Alright. Let's see if we can hold full throttle on that corner this time.
22.713.
That'll be the one, right? See if we can do it. Oop. Not that corner. I blew that one. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, I mean, you kind of... Oh, the off tracks are a little stingy. Alright. I mean, you're going to blow your front tires up trying to hold that one, but yeah. A little off throttle work. A little lift here and there. We'll give it a go in the next one if the tires aren't completely shot by now. Just pushing this front end around. Whoop.
.479.
Whoa. I gotta find some reference points for that hill, man. Yeehaw. Oh, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I lost it early coming over the crest. Man, you touch the gravel, it's off track. Yep. Alright. I think we've had enough fun at this one.
23.09.
Try to put these cars to pace and make some tracks we know, huh? fast out going there. Oh, was not off track. Okay, okay, it's not off track yet. Good to know we can push that hard through there. That's not off track though. Damn it. I mean, so it's coming around. All right. This one on both those tracks so far. You see, we've had our time here. Are any officials with the GTs? At a track. I have no idea which direction this goes. No idea. Another one. Awesome. Isn't this the one they just made it free not so long ago? Pretty sure. Yeah. Well, let's see. What if you test at the Glen, right? That's coming up. See how that feels to people. Let's do that because I'm telling you, this I don't know if I'm feeling that right now. But let's run these cars just through one more track that we know fairly well and see what kind of times we can pull out here. Classic boot, right? Not classic. Right. Or just boot. There we go. Boot. That's one. Oh, I can think today. What time is it? 3:20-ish? But yeah, this and yeah, I don't think we'll do that race. Maybe some racing tomorrow. Kind of hoping to give us a different track maybe tomorrow because yeah. But you know, if not, then yeah, go with that track. I gotta write more radness about these gloves. I've only had them for like, I don't know, 3 months or so, and the seam here is ripping. But I'm not sure if the size guy is right because if you really yank down on this, right, and stretch my hand out, it bottom of my palm is right here. This should be down to here, so it's kind of the problem, right? But their size guide has me like I'm almost, you know, from here to here. It's supposed to be like 8.5 or 8 for larges, and it's like I'm like 8 and it's still not quite right. So I don't know. And oh man, I just realized this is ripping on the end there. Kind of hard to see. Probably because they're stretched so tight on my fingers, man. It's kind of a bummer. And they've definitely time to break in. They were even tighter before. This is a large. I normally wear larges. I like the gloves. They feel good, but some concerns with that stitching, man. Already coming apart so soon. I've got some GSI gloves on the way, so we'll see how those go. But yeah, I think if I ever do order another set of these, it's going to have to be XL just to try it out when it comes to the shorties, at least. The grips came off after a week? That's not good. Maybe, it's unfortunate. I have these other gloves over here. They lasted forever, man. Ooh. Tires are cold. Little push though. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to. Oh, they're so bad. Damn. Huh. Well, if they're that bad, I'll send them back. Oh, hell no, dude. Really? Under the nail? Man. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I'll test mine out. And if they no bueno, then, yeah, I'll just send them on back. And I'll just go back to mountain bike gloves, man, because they didn't give me no trouble. They breathe better, too. Alright, so far it feels good here. Yeah. Well, man, that's because you always waiting on stuff. You need some more rush in your bones, just like your triple tree stand, not triple tree, triple monitor stand. You need to get to it. Get to it, Brandon. Yeah, I had a set of Troy Lee Designs gloves I was using, and I burned them up, but man, they felt so good. Light, grip in all the right places, right? Because just like on a mountain bike, you have your grip right here on your palm and your two fingers. So right where you need it. Yeah, I know you're still in the box. You need to get to it, man. Get your room set up. Or is the kid taking over your now supposed game space area? Close to painting. You told me that like a month ago, player. Better get that done before the kids start showing up, dude. We're just gonna be doing baby nesting or whatever they call it, instead of painting sim rigs. Oh shit. Oh, we didn't hit the wall, thank God. I mean, damage is off, but you know.
50.574.
Oh man, it loves that corner though. Alright. Honestly, what car is bad here though? It's just kind of just one of those tracks that flows, man. Although the Ferrari definitely didn't like these, whatchamacallit, these curves. Ooh, alright, chicane, alright, see you. Oh, that's my fault, carry too much speed in there. That's alright. Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Four-bedroom house. Right on. I have another kid. My kids are going to be sharing rooms. Keep my office. Bunk beds, playa. It's good. You should live with someone because the way we fucking price everything, you're going to be living with someone the rest of your goddamn life. Shit, man. Fixed, yeah. Oh, I'm not paying attention either. All right, let's see if we can put in an actual for real lap here where I'm paying attention to my braking markers and everything. And let's see what this thing can actually do. All right. Oh, it's a crater right now.
47.201. Green lap, keep it up.
Shut up, crew chief. Talking me in corners. Well, that corner kind of sucked if it slid through it. Still a shit ton of push on the front end. We'll get her down next time. Not smooth there.
.943. That's a great lap there, bud. Keep it up.
God damn. There's that fucking death slide. Alright. Either we downshifted too early or didn't downshift hard enough going into it. She feels good around this track, though. The Vet does feel good around here. Oh, shit. Oh, we kissed just smidge. It's fine. It's a little bit.
49.358.
Alright, we're going to pull out the Mustang here in just a second and see what kind of laps we can throw down. Granted, we're not fast either way, but you know. Hey, Fix, you ever fix your cousin's computer? I know he was having some problems, man. Felt bad for him. He didn't enjoy his races. Ah, there's that front end again, man. See, she just... that throttle push. Alright. Well, we've had fun with this. This is the damage model looks like, huh?
7.076.
Damage model. Oh! Alright. Presto. Back to where we need to be. Anyway. Feels pretty good, but it just has that same problem. I think the Porsche has it around this track though too. Just on throttle push. Again, fixed setup, so and then healed. Let's switch it over to the Mustang though and see how it goes here. All right. Let's see what this does. No shit. Cold tires be cold. We need to shift the Mustang there. Let's see. Push there too. Alright. About 47 or something probably?
46.598.
that post about who? Oh, nope.
Six point 621.
Oh, track's 120. Yeah. Getting kind of tired now. Slow. Me, not the car. Yeah. Alright, next up we'll try to put burner in, or not burner. We'll try to just see what we can do. Actually focusing. Well, suckage.
47.503.
All right. Well, doesn't feel too bad. Doesn't feel too bad. Ooh, getting kind of tired though. What's next? Yeah, bummer is there's like nothing on just want to do prototype challenge. There's like GT3. I wonder if they're gonna do any other. I don't think they show like any other things, right? It's just the old schedule. Oh, so here's what we got this week. Cool, they do this. So tomorrow will be racing at Navarra. And then Thursday, it'll be at Spa. Good race. 4th, Hochsprung. I don't know. Mid-Ohio. That'll be some fun. And then 24 Hours of Monaco. And then that's the Spanish tracks up in here today. So yeah, all track. Let's see. Let me tell you all the tracks I've raced on here that are listed. Ready? Motorsports Arena, Oschersleben. Maybe that's how you say that. Have I raced there? No. Circuito de Navarra. Have not raced there. Spa, of course, done that. Endurance. The Sachsenring? No. Mid-Ohio? I have not raced there. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about way early on. I might have even talked about it in part 1 today, about how iRacing has a ton of tracks, but we don't ever actually race on them, right? I should actually make a list. I'm sure someone actually has it where it's like tracks least used. I think my buddy actually just creates that. I'll check it out. Anyway, and then C, it'd be cool to create like a series where you're just racing like all the new content backwards and then like one like least used tracks. Just gets through something else. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Sachsenring, no. Mid-Ohio, no. Circuit de 24 du Mans. I have raced there recently. It was the first time I did a race there. So pretty cool. And Motorland Aragon, I have raced there. Track, I want to like it so bad, but it is a difficult track, man. Cool track, but difficult. It's got a lot of these corners, I feel like, to me, where you go through them and like, shit, man, that was slow. And you're like, okay, next time, a little bit faster. So you go a little bit faster, and then you fucking blow it. And you're like, dude, what am I doing wrong? You go back watch replay, like, okay, I didn't brake as deep that time. I didn't hold my pressures. There's so many things that go into just getting something right besides the speed. It's hard. In GT3 cars, as easy as they are to drive, they mask a lot of your bad habits and tendencies. That's why I did a lot of my learning in the P Cup, because you don't get away with those. I probably need to go back there. Maybe after this season, I'll take a break from GT3s and go back to P Cup and try to get fast in that again. Be controlled. I did like 4 laps in that thing. Could not keep on the track. There was something going on though, because I did the Nürburgring like out of nowhere for fun in the P Cup. Just slapped it around there. Was on pace. So I don't know. This new update, we're gonna have to see how that goes with that particular car. Oh, big yawn. Yeah, we're getting tired, man. We've had a long day for simming, for me, at least, right? Oh, look at Brandon out there in the Mustang hauling ass. Good job, dude. Saw your time posted. Very nice. Dude, you almost hit 1:45 seconds. That's a good time, dude. Especially in a car you just started driving. I wonder, was that with, if you're still listening, was that with fixed? I guess I can look. Oh. Look at our... Well, yeah, I did disadvantage myself. My track was 120 degrees. You're 68, so I have to see how she feels with the cooler track. But I mean, still, dude, that's a solid time to get out there. I'll have to start backing these down to some cooler temps. I've been doing really hot and trying to get used to these cars, but yeah, we'll see if when we want to start doing some outright speed. Gosh, what's the last thing we want to do today? I feel like I want to race, but man, there's nowhere I really want to race. What are they racing in here? Ugh, GT4s can't. No. Oh, because Wet and Wild. It's a touring car there. And then we have Slingers Summit with that. Yeah, nothing's calling to me, unfortunately. For anything I just want to dick around and race with. There's officials, but I don't want to do an official. I'm way too tired to focus like that. I just hoping there's something we could get in. Excuse me. That was, screwing around, whatever. Oof. Yeah. I guess we'll just take a few laps around Australasia and see what it's like. You know, why even bother? That's going to change tomorrow. I'm not going to race anymore today. Shit. Do we just call it for the day? Is that what's going to happen? Is there anything else we want? I don't think we want to test on any other tracks. There's no other tracks I like really, really know well that I can set some good baseline on. Watkins Glen, Road America, and Spa are like my go-tos for my baselines. Maybe we should look at like random ass tracks that are here that we just don't race on. Tags? No. What's this? Let's just put some road tracks up in here real quick. What do we not race on a lot? Let's take a look at Mugello. They're starting to race on that more now. Imola gets some love. Of course, Interlagos. Monza gets too much love. Track I'm not a big fan. Barber, you don't really see that very often. That track doesn't come up a lot at all. Brands Hatch had like a season where it was everywhere, and now you don't see it again. Mosport, you see pretty good. Charlotte Motor Speedway, you see that enough. That doesn't need to keep popping back up with this road configuration. Chicago Street Course, that's just NASCAR. I don't see any road courses ever, or road race cars going there. Barcelona comes and goes. Circuit de Landinon, that doesn't show up in anything. I think they had to make that free too, because nobody purchased that. And it's a track. It's okay, but it's really for smaller cars, and the up down of it nature makes it difficult. It's not massive fun. Magny-Cours, where did that go? Right, that was a new track less than a year ago, and now it's nowhere. And it's actually a pretty solid track. I mean, we should do some more racing on that. But yeah, that never really gets the love that it deserves. Spa gets too much. 24 hours a month. That gets a bit much for what it is. The track's not super exciting. It's fast, but I mean, a lot of just. Are we done at the X corner yet? Okay, cool. We're here. All right. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. That comes and goes on the schedules. Tough track. You'll see that spread out, I think, through a lot of the categories. So it does okay. Circuit of the Americas, that can just go away. I mean, it gets enough. Again, it's one of those tracks. You see it enough because, ugh. Zandvoort, you don't see that a lot, and let's keep it that way. That's not a fun track, man. Go-kart track, maybe. Zolder, you don't see a lot. I think Zolder's getting a refresh, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to do a little work on that here in the service. It's an okay track. Those chicanes are a bit death, and so are the curbs, and that's kind of what the whole track is. It's like 2 or 3 chicanes, but it's not bad. Circuit Hertz, you never see that on schedules anymore. Again, this falls in the same categories Magny-Cours came out, and now you never really see it anywhere. It's a good track, too. They just need to have more racing on it. Navarre, we'll see how much they use it. Daytona gets too much love. We all spend way too much time in the winter getting ready for this race. And then after, it's like the first, every series, like I think the whatchamacallit comes up. Trucks in the MX-5? Ah, man. That looks crazy. And the ridiculous one? I think I was too tired for all that, honestly. Detroit Grand Prix. I changed my mind on this. I used to hate this track, but I do okay with it. Now that I had to put some time into it, it's not bad, but again, it doesn't need to be there a lot once in a while. Donington, never see it on schedules. Fuji, here and there. Hockenheim, it gets love sometimes, and then it goes away. We don't need to do Homestead. Hungaroring, that doesn't get enough attention. That is a great track, and you don't really see it a lot on, especially GT3 calendars. Indy, again, that's another track. It seems to come and go when it's popular, and it's kind of whatever on that one. Knock Hill, good for like TC and Mazdas, and that's about it. Very small track. It's kind of fun, but you wouldn't want to take anything big there. Lime Rock, kind of the same deal, right? It's good for probably show up in the Mazda series a lot, I would assume, but yeah. Long Beach shows up enough. Middle Ohio does not show up enough. That should show up more often. It's a fun track, difficult to learn. Misano, we're going to see how they treat that. I have seen it come to some schedules, and it's a newer track, so hopefully. Motegi doesn't get enough love. Moto Aragon, and that's a tough one. Again, I want to like it, but it's a tough one. But, again, a track that you should see more often, for example. Australaben, another track. We just talked about that. Mount Panorama, that lately has been popping up too many times. Fun track, but come on, let's change it up. Let's see here. Nürburgring gets enough. Has a whole series, for God's sake. Okayama gets enough, especially when you're in MX-5. Same with Oran. That's usually used for smaller tracks. So I think it's free. Olton. You don't really see Olton all that often. It's a good fun track. Phillip Island. Here's the track that I feel is the absolute. First of all, let's make Phillip Island free if it isn't already. This is an underutilized track. Fantastic flowing corners, a bunch of fun. GT3s, MX-5, Super Performance, whatever. You can have a blast on this track. We do not utilize that nearly enough. Red Bull Ring, we utilize all the goddamn time and get that track. Ugh, another discussion. Road America gets overused. Fantastic track. My favorite track, still overused. It's on at least 3 series every season. I swear it is. Too much. Road Atlanta starting to get way too much as well. Roscoe. Oh my God, here's one I actually just forgot about. This is another track. I think it is, again, free. This is a track, I think, in Norway, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah. Let's see. Track info. Norway. Yeah, but, yeah. Again, it's not used enough for you to want to get in there, right? And you're not going to learn it if it's not for. So it should be used a bit more, I think. Saxon will say how much you use. Sandown. Oh, yeah. I remember when they added this. This was to kind of start filling up the V8 supercar schedule, getting those tracks in. But Sandown, man. It's better than Winton. I'll tell you that much. But again, they could use it more, so you were forced to learn it. But I didn't. No, I gave it a shot too. Just no. Sebring, overused. Silverstone, I don't think Silverstone gets used enough, to be honest. But it is a bit of a tricky one. It's a big, massive track. You take some time to learn it, but you can run a lot of big cars on there. I wouldn't put small cars, but GT downforce cars for sure. Snetterton. I don't think I've turned a lap on Snetterton, to be completely honest with you. I haven't. Don't think I ever turned a single lap. So maybe we'll go out there and figure that out one day. Sonoma, they scanned it, and then I guess they scanned it like the day before they did the asphalt or something. Or I think what it is they scanned it when they put the new asphalt in, and then the asphalt got tore up because cheap reasons. Anyway, as Denny Hamlin. But yeah, so I have to rescan it because I think they had to do some new asphalt work. So they'll go. They said they'd be back soon. Summit, that's used a lot in your MX-5 and Rookie Series. Suzuka gets used, I think, a good amount. Shows up here and there. Yeah, so look at that is MX-5. You'll see a lot. Small track, right? Virginia International Raceway. I think it's fine how much it's used currently, and they change the variations of it depending upon the series, right? Try to use some of those words in there and get them right. All depending if it's MX-5, they're gonna run like the West, and if it's GT cars, they run the full thing, right? Watkins Glen, overused, love it, but overused. And they use like boot cut. I mean, it's always there, always there. Laguna Seca, it's used, I think, enough. Not necessarily a fun track, an okay track, but it pops up in enough series enough times. Willow Springs, that just disappeared, right? I think that's used maybe in a lot of the smaller classes that I don't go to like I used to. But yeah, you never see that on pop-up anymore. Again, Winton was another one, same thing. And the rest are kind of legacy, so you'll never see them back on the main thing again. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of road racing tracks that do not get love, right? What does this mean? Track configurations. Oh, I'm stupid. Damn, Hockenheim's got 10. Oh, because of the Porsche thing in there now, right? I think that's why. Holton's got a bunch too, man. So yeah. But anyway. I think that's it. I think we're going to call it a day. I'm kind of tired. I think we're just going to go ahead and just dick around with paint some more for now. I have some paints coming later on for the cars that'll be more like my typical style, which is, if you haven't seen it, let's go over to like my content here. So if you see my cars, and then we'll just put on the faves here, they have a certain build to them, as you can see. Some, especially the ones like this. Here's like the most current scheme that's on the alley. This is the 24 scheme. So you'll see something like this coming to the Mustang, right? Where it's definitely got, you can see way more design. It's got my signature style into it, and it's just a much more professional kind of look. Oh yeah, dude, the English tracks. There's more coming. I think there's like 2 more. I know a lot of people are big on Cadwell just because of the mountain, but it's like, dude, that's gonna be just small cars only. That is a tight track for motorcycles, for God's sake. But it's there's a lot of great tracks. And I almost wonder, with Motorsports Games having to give up its license for the BTCC game that they're doing, if Iris is going to jump in, try to get the rest of the tracks that are available in England in the series, and then get like a BTC series going on. Kind of like how I think they're trying to aim to get that for supercars, V8 supercars as well. But yeah, it's really cool to see the track, because you can, like I said, I mean, what is the length of a drive in Great Britain? I mean, I live in California, so my state's bigger than the entire country, right? So what is it, like top to bottom, like 8-hour drive or something like that? So you're what, each track, how far away can it be? You can get to most of these tracks in relatively decent time, I suppose, right? A bunch of great tracks nearby too, man. It's awesome. But yeah, we'll get the Mustang. It'll get updated into more of my scheme here with the purple as well, and get everything laid out so it's nice and clean. But right now, we just kind of have, you'll see, I threw something together. I literally did this in record time today. I built this thing up. I must have spent maybe 10 minutes. God, I cannot type today. Maybe 10 minutes on this thing, right? Where you at? Musty Mustang. There's a quick trading paints loadout. There you go. Right? So it's got some of my character stuff in there, right? The colors. But you can see I just kind of picked like a standard design and put my little emphasis on it. Nothing crazy, right? We'll get it to be much fancier. I'm actually excited to see the layout of how this body is, and when I'm finished with this one, how good it's gonna look, because it's gonna look what we call sexy when it's done. The vet, I think the vet's gonna look good, but I'm having a hard time seeing the lines. But I think that again, it's gonna come together well because it's got a lot of angles, and that's always good for when you like want to get a nice design. This isn't my current design at all. It has not loaded from whatchamacallit. So anyway, that's not my design. My design is not here for some reason. I don't know why. I have to load into a session to show you, but that's just a waste of time. You just have to believe me. It's just a simple one that we're going to work on a little bit more. But anyway, folks, hey, thanks for hanging out and checking out. We'll be back on probably tomorrow. We'll do some racing because we're at some tracks that we actually want to race at. So we're getting some action. We're only going to try to race with new content unless it's a new track with old content, right? So I'm going to try to get there. Yeah. I mean, not as big as some of the states, but look how many F1 champions come out of there. So, you know, percentage-wise, doing pretty good. But yeah, I mean, you might just come here and someone's like, oh yeah, we're gonna take a 2-hour drive. It's just to hop over. Like I commute back to like where a lot of my family is. It's a 2.5-hour drive, and we do it like, I don't know, once a month. And you tell it to anybody in the UK, they'd be like, are you fucking kidding me, mate? I am not doing that drive. But it's okay. We just haul ass out here. I mean, I do like 85 miles an hour, which is what, like 150 kilometers an hour or something like that most of the time. So it's fine. We get there, right? But yeah, man, you got all those world-class circuits out there and a bunch of fun stuff. I have a couple tracks near me. I've got one, again, about an hour and a half away, which is Thunder Hill. Now, that's a great track. It's one of the best in California. It's not, stream big TV one, but it's a big track. And it has 2 configurations. You're on like a 24-hour race out there. I guess we do a 25-hour race because we like to be that much better. And then we have Laguna Seca, of course, is about 3 hours from my current house. And we have one in the middle. It's a button wheel. It's a very club track. And then we've got Thermal, which is that private track. You've probably seen that pop up in YouTube where a lot of rich people go. We've got Chuckwalla out in the desert down south. We had Fontana as well, but that's kind of pretty much getting... I keep hearing it's being torn down completely, and I keep hearing it's been remodeled in like a short track. We'll see. And then, of course, we have Willow Springs and Streets of Willow. I wouldn't say just outside of LA. It's like an hour and a half, I think, outside of LA, over the hills and out there. Every racetrack in California, except for Laguna Seca, is in the boonies, because there were tracks like Riverside and there were tracks like San Jose. They were within cities, but then the cities grew and they kicked the tracks out, built houses on them and all that good stuff. So all of our tracks are out there, and Laguna Seca is somewhat saved because it's a lot of the land is protected. It's like an old military base. There's a lot of lead they got to clean up if they ever want to use their land, and it's like protected historical land now too. The big problem that Laguna Seca runs into is noise ordinance. So they're only allowed to have like 6 events a year without any noise cap. So any track days and anything else they want to run, they have decibel guns out there. And I think you can't break like 130 dB, which some stock motorcycles do that on their own. So it's kind of a difficult one. A lot of people have to roll off on the back where the guns are so they don't get popped. And some people weld like stuff on their exhaust to push the sound down. It is a mess. It's not the funnest. All these riches moved in and made it kind of a can't be in the ass for everybody. But anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox and get on out of here. Come back tomorrow if you want to see some more racing. I saw we had some people join and follow today. Appreciate you all. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. We hope you come back for more. But until then, get in the stream or get in the sim now. Find out, like, hey, try out the new cars if you want to. Tracks, what you're seeing here today, what might float your boat. If not, just get in what you normally do and drive, whether that's in the sim, on the road, whatever it is. Just make sure you have a good time. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.